very young age, firstly through my mum allowing me to watch the horror films that she watched, which has been a driving force in my personal sensibilities to this day in terms of the films that I like to write and direct. As I grew older, my filmic tastes expanded when I started to watch the films of my father. He loved westerns, war films, political thrillers, and I realised that there were further genres to film than horror, so I started to absorb pretty much any type of film that I could. It wasn't until studying media in sixth form that I realised film was not just something to be watched, but it was actually constructed within various departments. You had editing, screenwriting, directing, and I realised that my writing passion could be carried over into screenwriting. I ended university and I studied film and video for 4 years. During that time I made various short films in various roles. The main benefit of working in an education environment for me was being surrounded by like-minded people, filming relationships that I've maintained to this day. In the years since, I've done a series of normal jobs. I was a baker, I was a postman, I ran a paint plant in a radiator factory for 5 years. But always on the side I consistently endeavoured to keep my filmmaking passion alive. 2009, one of my close filmmaking friends was lucky enough to win the lottery, and he gave me a small pot of money to go off and make a short film of my own, no strings attached. This being my first post-university short film, I decided I wanted to be quite ambitious with it. So I chose to direct a short film that I had written, which was set during Nazi-occupied France of World War II, Vive la France.
Will verdammt sein. Eine einzige Kugel, Herr Kommandant! Eine einzige Kugel in jedem Ihren Kopf! Und diese peinliche Erniedrigung hat nicht stattgefunden! Hab ich recht, Männer? Vive la France!
From that point I endeavoured to make at least one short film per year of my own until I had achieved a paid career in film and video. So in 2010 I used that short film as a springboard to enter the annual It's My Shite scheme. I was lucky enough to be chosen as one of 6 directors and I was assigned the screenplay EDNA'S bench.
George, it was me.
What was that, son?
The bench, the writing, it was me.
Oh, so much for first impressions. Why? Some young girl. Some young thing you wanted to impress.
Young love, is it? Well, I'll tell you about love, son. Love is 60 years of the good and the bad. Love is all the joy of your wedding day. And then fighting back the tears when they tell you it's only weeks and not months or years like you were hoping. Love is feeding her, washing her, holding her hand when she tells you she's scared and she doesn't want to go. That's love. And when you can say you've got that sort of love, you can carve her name in any bench you like.
The film was completed, and in 2011 I was lucky enough to be nominated for a BAFTA Cymru Award. It told me that I was actually making progress in pursuing a filming career. So that year I decided to make another short film as writer-director. And I returned to my horror sensibilities and I wrote and directed the short film Family First, which was a zombie thriller. And I wanted to create a short film that focused less on blood and gore and more on how it tore apart human relationships.
This is Gloria. My wife, 25 years. Till death do us part.
following year, I decided to pursue video editing to a much further degree than I had done previously, and I put myself forward for several university short films and independent short films, and I started to gain a real experience and a thirst for video editing. And it was around that time that I managed to acquire myself the position of senior editor for an online sports channel, which I worked at for a number of years. In that time I really got to hone my skills as a video editor and have an understanding of how a story is pieced together in post-production as opposed to just screenwriting and directing. The vision of our new company is to bring together the latest in both ground and aerial-based filmmaking technology and skills. I'm looking forward to working on a host of upcoming projects in a variety of roles, including aerial camera operator, creative director and head of post-production. And with a number of personal fictional projects also in development, I'm looking forward to a really exciting future with Focus Shift Films, so watch this space.